Hello everybody! I haven't made a video in a really long time, but I'm coming with a really great holiday do-it-yourself kind of craft thing, because I do crafts sometimes. And let me find it. Nope, that's the wrong one. Here. There you go. See their little candy cane. You can barely see it on that one because it's for my niece and I didn't want it to, or my nieces and I didn't want it too colored, but it's a candy cane lip gloss that I made with coconut oil and crayon. So it's like the crayon lipstick that you've seen online, except for this one's going to be a lip gloss because I don't want it overpowering for Christmas. So if you want to learn how to do this, stay tuned and I shall show you. Also, if you're one of my normal subscribers, this is the new tablet with the great camera, and I wanted you to I wanted you guys to see this video and see the difference in the camera, but you're already probably going to notice my microphone sounds way different, and that's because the tablet has good camera, but the microphone's kind of funny, muffly sounding. I think it might be on the other side of the tablet because it's a double camera on each side. I'm not sure. So let me know if you prefer videos on the HD camera here and you don't mind the voice thing. I can start doing videos like this. If you like the cruddier quality videos that I give and you like the fact that you can hear me 100% clear and I don't sound a little funny, then whatever, just let me know. Just stay tuned anyway, like I said. And if you're somebody who's never been to my channel, well, a lot of different things, and this is one of my craft things. First, you're going to need a container to put your lip gloss in. I chose this cute little one because you can actually see through it, and it'll make it easier to see the actual stripes of the Peppermint Candy Cane theme, because if it's not clear, it's kind of hard to see. Oops, sorry. I have a few other ones, but that's a lot of lip gloss in comparison, obviously, and you can't see through it, so it's not as cool. So, yep. Next, you're going to need coconut oil. I chose this one. It's not extra virgin. In most of the videos I've seen for this, they use extra virgin olive oil. Or not olive oil, sorry, extra virgin coconut oil. But if I actually take the top off here, you can see it's very thick and kind of like a lip gloss consistency already. Like, I can't squish into it, and it's very nice. Like, see, just gets all liquidy right on your hand. But it's already very much the consistency of a lip gloss anyway. After that, you're going to need 2 jars because you're going to need colors for each of the jars. So I'm going to put, for instance, the white one in the little one and the red in the bigger one, or whatever you wish. It really doesn't matter. But you're going to need 2 jars because it simply makes it easier to put it in there. Last, you're going to need crayons. These, I've already been making lip gloss, that's why there's stuff all over it. These crayons are just, you know, pink, red, and white because I'm going to mix some of the pink with the red, maybe. You know, I don't want too much red because I want it to be gloss. And, yeah. Anyways, though, let's get started. Oh, also you're going to need a pot of water. Not tons of water in there, really. Just enough so that the bottom of the jars, if you see, just kind of stick there, because that's going to be, it's really easy to melt coconut oil. It's not hard at all. Also, I'm sorry that you keep getting visions of Reynolds wrap every time I set this thing down. I haven't really used the tablet much yet for videos. And also, I don't like the microphone on it, so I probably sound really funky right now, kind of muffled. Next, what we're going to do is just cut pieces of the crayon. This one's already cut, but I probably don't need that much red. So we're just going to cut that. Oop, there it went. Cut that there. I'm going to cut a little bit of the pink off here. And start flying too. Alrighty, so now we have the oven on, well, it's not super high, not super low. We're going to let that get all warmed up. You want it to get warm, but I mean, it doesn't have to be boiling or anything. Coconut oil is super, super easy to melt. The crayons are actually the hard part. Sorry. Okay, now I remember. Okay, sorry. I messed up and I got screwed up. But anyways, the crayons are going to be the hardest part to melt, and the actual coconut oil is super easy to get melted. It'll melt like really freaking quick. So don't let this get too hot, just warm enough. And I never ever put the jars directly in there when it's on the boiler or on the actual, I guess that's a boiler, I don't know, on the actual stove. I take it over here, like for instance, just simply because I don't want the glass jars to get overheated or anything. And that makes it pretty easy to not let it happen. Next, to go ahead and get the jars ready, you're going to take your coconut oil. And I use a tablespoon because I want lip gloss more than I want actual lipstick, because I don't want it too bright, because I'm making these as gifts, and you never want to make something too bright and then, you know, you regret it. And this, you'll have a lot of extra left over sometimes, but it will make it much more glossy and much less lipstick-like. So then you can put it on and it's not like overpowering, which sometimes I do like overpowering things, but in this specific thing, I don't want them to be so overpowered because I'm giving them as gifts, like I said. I'm just getting the crayon ready here off screen. You can't see it. I'm trying to get the colors off of the white one because they got stuck to it from cutting into the other ones first. But since the coconut oil is kind of already white, you don't actually need very much white. Like, I'm going to put like this much of the crayon in there. And like I said again, lip gloss, normally in the other recipes that you're going to see for this, it's going to probably not be just like lip glossy. It's probably going to need lots of crayon for lots of color. So mine's different, and I'm just letting you know there. So I'm going to go ahead and put the pink crayon in here, and a tiny bit of the red crayon, just simply because we want to see what color they end up coming out with before I add more. So, alright, we'll be right back. Okay, I'm going to try to use this tablet one-handed here. Okay, so everything's warming up here, and I'm going to take it off the burner like I said I did, and we're going to go ahead and sit these in here. And you can give them a few minutes to just kind of do their thing here, because the coconut oil is going to warm up quicker than the rest of it. You might have to put it back on the burner back and forth, but the coconut oil itself should easily melt. Actually, I don't know if it already is. Yes, it is. Okay. But it should melt really easy, and the crown should be the hardest part to melt, so that'll be the last chunk left. As you can see, the coconut oil starts melting quick, but those crayons don't melt as quick. It basically looks like water. Yep. Okay, I'm gonna try to get an angle at this, but no promises. Okay. As you can see in the bottom here, it looks like water, and that's the fact that the coconut oil is entirely melted. Now we're gonna start mixing that because, as you can see right here, there are clumps, and the crayon has still. Sorry, I should probably talk before I do this. You're gonna stir it because there's clumps of the coconut oil, and also because of the crayon is not entirely. See, it's still entirely solid. So you want to get all the lumps out of the coconut oil because that just makes it a lot easier for the actual crayons to melt and to get in there. Because as you can see now, like, it's floated to the bottom because there's no chunks. We're gonna do the same thing to this one, but I think the white crayon is, no, it's kind of melting, but it's not there yet. I really need to remember to talk before I start. Anyways, though, so we'll give those a few more minutes to let the crayons start to actually melt. When the crayons start making this, like, okay, see how that white crayon made that, you see all those little, like, lines? That means it started to melt. When it starts to melt like this and whatnot, you just, you're going to stir it. And as you see, it's going to cause those things to go everywhere. Can't really stir well with one hand. But that's how you're going to continue to stir it while you melt. And then once it's fully melted, we'll go to the next step. Another thing that I do want to include here is that when you stir, be careful. It will splash sometimes. I have got it in my eyes. If it's just the coconut oil that gets in your eyes, it's no problem. If the crayon gets in your eyes, obviously crayons are non-toxic, but you don't want crayon in your eyes, so rinse it out immediately. Also, I am going to be adding something to make it real Christmassy and pepperminty and candy cane-ish. We're going to put peppermint extract. Once you put that in, please stand back when you are mixing, because I got that in my eyes, and it is minty fresh and not refreshing, but minty fresh. Nobody wants minty fresh eyeballs. Just thought I'd let you know. When you get this opaque enough to your liking, there might still be pieces of crayon in it, and you definitely don't want extra crayon. So for instance, I don't think mine has very much extra crayon, but if you take it and you see like bits on your spoon, here it is. There we go. See, when you can find the extra crayon, you don't have to use it. You can actually just put it on a plate, and you can use that piece later if you do want to use it for lip gloss. I accidentally just put this in here with some pink on the tip, so hopefully it won't color change it very badly. But either way, it's still pretty white. So, yeah, take that out once, and you got this great liquid. Since I'm waiting for the red to finish getting its colors, because it's looking good, but I want to get it a little more opaque, so I add a tiny bit of white. What you're going to do here is be super careful with your peppermint oil. If you put too much of it in here, it is going to be super pepperminty. That's not really a problem, it's since we're doing it in layers, but just don't do too much, because then you're going to be like, woo, I put way too much in there. See, I probably just put too much in there. But try and do a drop. See, like, mine's not a droppy kind. Mine's like the biggest pour spout on earth for an extract of anything. Like, seriously. So if you can get one with a smaller thing, please try to. Because I hate that I do that all the time when I do these recipes. I overdo the peppermint when I don't really want to. Now, if you want to flavor the pink one something too, since we flavored the other one just like peppermint, you can put like these little packets of things. This one has aspartame in it, and I don't like the taste of aspartame, fake sugar stuff. But it works really well to just add a nice fruity scent. It's strawberry banana, but it comes out more like a strawberry thing, and I kid you not, if you put it in blue, it makes it feel like you have blue raspberry. But do not put much of this. See how I'm barely putting in there? You definitely want to make sure that it does not stay in there. It's going to be hard to dissolve it, because this is oil. This isn't water. But if you put it back on in the water, which we're going to do, it will help smell and make it smell good. But like I said, don't put too much, because then you have like a weird gritty feeling to your lip gloss, and you really don't want to do that. Might exfoliate well though. I'm going to try and do this one-handed, because once again, using a tablet for the first time to actually record a video. Okay, you're going to take your pink or your red or whatever color you want your stuff to be. I'm doing pink just simply because, once again, didn't want it overpowering for gifts. You're just going to put a tiny bit in there. Enough to make a line of it. Corn dogs. Okay, anyways. If you put it in the freezer, it's going to help the layers sit a little bit quicker, so you can go ahead and pour your other one. I may have made this layer a little too thick, but it's up to you. Also, you can tell my freezer's uneven. But if you want to make them thinner, go ahead and do that. I would have made this one thinner, but you get the idea. Once your lip gloss gets out of the freezer, it'll look like this, real solid. That just helps solidify it quick enough for you to go ahead and put on the second layer without having to wait, like, for it to naturally just harden. Try not to get the water or anything that's on the bottom here, because it was sitting in the thing to keep it warm. Okay. You might need to sit them on there to keep it warm, but most of the time, once it's melted, it'll stay melted for a really long time. Okay, then you put your second layer on, and it looks all nice and striped, and we can just put that in the freezer too. Once you're done with all your lip gloss and you've continued the process of putting it in the freezer for each layer to let it harden, it will come out looking like this, and it looks striped like a candy cane, smells like a candy cane. And here are some of the lighter pink ones I made for my nieces. I would have showed you these originally, but they're not as bright with the pink and a little harder to see the stripes. Also, if you can see through that, I put like dots of the pepper so that there's peppermint still on top of the pink, so the first time that they use it, they'll taste the peppermint. Okay, so now we're done. It looks like this. Like I said before, these are the ones I made for my nieces. This is going to be for my sister-in-law, so it's a little more color. I did make myself a little extra with the extra to show you guys that it's not too overpowering color-wise. It's just very glossy. It tastes okay because it's not overpowering peppermint. It feels great on your lips. It's really good for them. It's very moisturizing, and since it's all natural coconut oil, then you don't have to have too many ingredients. You know what I mean? You just coconut oil, and then you can get your crayon in whatever color you want. So I thought that this was interesting, since a lot of times I see lipsticks and I don't actually see lip glosses, and I thought that this would be a good gift because it's not too bright. You can make it look however you want. You can make it whatever color you want. You can make it as opaque or as light as you want it to be. And yeah, I just thought I'd share this with everybody since it's getting real close to Christmas. There's only a few days left. And if anybody wanted to go get a real quick gift or make a bunch of gifts for everybody, you can get the little containers. This container is actually 99 cents, and these little ones were $1. Trust me, there are cheaper places to get them than where I did. I just didn't have that many to do. These I got at Walgreens, and these I got at Meijer, and you can probably find them in other grocery stores, just in the section for traveling and airplane stuff with all the miniatures and whatnot. Yeah. So I think that I've covered anything. If you have any questions and I didn't cover something, please let me know.
my camera just derped. That was weird. It like froze mid-thing, and I'm like, what happened? Okay, anyways, though. So if you have any questions or anything, leave them in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, you know, tell me. Leave a like and subscribe for more interesting things, because I do random interesting things. Thanks for watching, everybody. Now I gotta figure out how to work this tablet to shut this off.